Hello, happy Monday. I hope you're good. Today I'm here for another catch-up, like what I've read recently in the last week sort of thing, as well as a little small book haul at the end, so look out for that. So what have I read recently? I haven't read a ton, but I did read a little bit. First, I want to talk about Hella by David Gerald or Gerald David, I don't remember, but the cover will be right here. I'm currently halfway through Hella right now, and as far as I last talked about this with you, before jumping into this book, I just thought it was going to be about this planet that people go and colonize, and everything in this planet is huge. Animals, trees, all of the life huge, and that is what the book is about, but it is so much more. It's so much different from what I had been expecting, but in a good way, in a good way. It is so interesting. I love our narrator. The point of view that we read from is really unique, and I love the perspective that we get. I don't want to get into spoilers because I will be having a full review of this book soon, but it's just so fascinating. And I think the humor of this book, it's very dry but subtle, and it's there, and I love it because the book is called Hella, so a lot of the colonists describe things as, oh, everything here is hella big, and they even name some of the places, oh my god, what is that? And it's ridiculous and funny, and I love it a lot. And I just love how this book goes into depth so much on how people really colonize an area and all of the nitty gritty on how that happens and everything that they need to do in order to survive and adapt to this environment. And it's just so fascinating. I'm so fascinated by this book, so hopefully I finish that soon and I will be reviewing it because I'm really excited to talk about it with you. Besides that, I also finished a book completely. I read The Deck of Omens by Christine Lynn Herman. This is the sequel to The Devouring Grey. It is a duology, and when I first read the first book, it was pitched as, you know, if you enjoy Stranger Things, you will enjoy this book. And in essence, The Devouring Grey is very Stranger Things because in the story they have this area called the Grey, and it's basically the Upside Down. And when I read The Devouring Grey, I did review it on my channel, I found it to be a bit weak, and overall I was disappointed with it, but I was entertained enough to where if I was able to get the second book from the library, then I would read it, and I was able to. So I read The Deck of Omens, and overall, unfortunately, I was very disappointed, and I wouldn't recommend the two books. Honestly, I feel like they're very weak, but if you were interested in reading something that was similar to the Stranger Things, but just if you just wanted something flat out entertaining, maybe check it out. But I felt like the story just overall it just lacked so much. I mean, it's a story about this town where we have these kids that have these supernatural abilities, and they're the children of the founders in this town, and these founders originally were able to harness this power from this gray area, and because they harnessed these powers, now the gray is kind of going against them, and it kind of polluted the town in a way. And there's a lot going on, and you know, the characters are all unique in themselves, but I feel like they weren't fleshed out enough to where you truly cared about them. So I didn't care in the end, unfortunately, and I feel bad saying that because this book had so much going for it. It honestly, on paper, it sounds so good, it just wasn't executed well enough, so I wouldn't really recommend The Deck of Omens or The Devouring Grey. But if you do, like I said, if you really want to read something similar to Stranger Things, maybe pick it up, but just know it's not as good as Stranger Things. So another book that I started is called The Chill by, who's it by? Dun, dun, dun. It is by Scott Carson. I just started this. I'm not very far into it at all, but I was really intrigued because of the cover. It looks kind of like Jaws, but it's not like Jaws at all. This one, as far as I know, is about this old town in New York State. A long time ago, this small town was destroyed, completely destroyed, because for the greater good, they needed to bring water to more citizens in the state, so they created this reservoir, this dam, but in this area where the town is, so they destroyed it and flooded this town. And apparently everything was okay, but then later on we find out that it wasn't okay, and a lot of the townspeople originally were fighting against this and they didn't want to leave, and a lot of people, after they brought in the water to destroy the town, they did not leave. So I'm assuming that a lot of people were probably drowned when this happened, and I guess there is a curse and a prophecy almost that's going on as well. So I'm really interested in this storyline. I can't wait to see where the story goes. I'm hoping it's good. It's gonna be spooky, I'm thinking. So yes, so that's what I've read recently. Now let's get on into the books. So Lana recently sent me from my Amazon wish list Jonathan Strange and Mr. Narelle by Susanna Clark. She is such a sweetheart. I'm gonna link her down below. She has a channel, so please go check her out. I'm so excited to have this book. I'm so excited. This has been one that I've been wanting to own for so long. It is such a beast of a book. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. It's blurbed by Neil Gaiman. He said, unquestionably the finest English novel of the fantastic written in the last 70 years. Is that true? I don't know, but I'm so excited. If anyone wants to buddy read this book with me, let me know, because I feel like this would be the perfect book to read alongside someone, because it's a chunker and I want to talk to people about it when I read it, but just let me know. So I'm really excited. And another book that I got recently, well, they're 4 books because it's a series. Hold on. I didn't want to buy any more books, but I'm weak and I see books that I want and I buy them. So I bought the Faithful and the Fallen series. It's 4 books as far as I am aware. They're by John Gwynne. The first book is Malice. The second book is, oh gosh, they're out of order, Valor? The third book is Ruin, and the 4th book is Wrath. Now the reason why I picked up these books is because I have been watching Leslie's book reviews over at the Nerdy Narrative. I love her channel so much. If you're not subscribed to her, please subscribe to her right now, this instant. I'll link her down below as well. But she has been reviewing these books recently and they just sound so good, and I watched one review and I finally just said, that's it, I'm buying them. I'm buying all of the books. I need to read them, because a couple of years ago I read the Witcher series by Andrzej Sapkowski, and I just love when I get into a fantasy series and I just keep reading all of the books and I just get so consumed by a world. It is so fun to be consumed by a fantasy series, just getting to know all of the characters, the world, everything. I just love it so much. So I was craving that again. I was craving to just fall into a fantasy series, and I think this is going to be the one. I can't tell you exactly what the books are about because I don't really know, but I'm going to read them and I probably will review them as well. So I'm so excited. I feel like I don't hear a lot of people talk about the series. It seems to be a favorite of a lot of people, but at the same time, it's not hyped up as much as you would think it would be. So if you've read these, let me know. If anyone wants to buddy read them again, let me know. I'm dropping everything. But yeah, that's basically everything that I think I wanted to talk about today. This is what I've read recently, what I've accumulated recently. If you've read anything that I've talked about in this video today, leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and we can have a discussion down below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to know what you've read recently too. What have you picked up in the last week? Good, bad, the ugly. Let me know. But yeah, I guess that's it. So I will see you guys in another video soon. Have a good start to your week, and I will see you later. Bye!